Hello everybody, welcome to the market views updates for May 9th 2018 from Brokerage Free. Important points to note from yesterday's trading sessions. Nifty manages to stay positive. A bearish belt hold pattern was observed. We have previously spoken about what a bearish belt hold pattern is. If you want to check, you can check one of our previous videos where you can find out details about this pattern. The bulls seem to appear to be losing momentum. Foreign institutional investors sold shares worth about 97 crores. Domestic investors bought shares worth about 923 crores. Let's have a look at Nifty. Nifty opened at 10,757 and closed at 10,717. Nifty made an intraday high of 10,758 and a low of 10,689. Nifty ended up by about 2.3 points higher than the previous day close of 10,715. Support levels for Nifty at this point of time is about 10,685 and 10,650. Resistance levels are at 10,755 and 10,790. Markets are expected to be range bound today, and presently they are currently stabilizing, and it should be within this range for today. Interesting news that we have for today is that ICICI Bank quarterly results were out yesterday, and something interesting to note is that ICICI profits was down by about 50% to 1,020 crores. In spite of the profits being down, the ICICI Bank share price has increased by about 7%. Profits were in line with the expectations by the analysts. The drop in profits were actually expected by the analysts. It is very interesting to note why ICICI Bank, in spite of 50% down in profits for the last quarter, and the price has increased. The reason that is given for this price increase is that ICICI has managed to clear the list of all bad loans. Ever since RBI came out with the mandate for all the banks to clear non-performing assets and bad loans, ICICI has appeared to have taken strong measures to get all these non-performing assets and bad loans into control, and they seem to have done a very good job about it. That is the reason that ICICI Bank shares have risen about 7% in spite of posting a difference of about 50% in their profits. Another interesting update is that Vijay Mallya, the owner, promoter of Kingfisher, has lost his case in the UK. What it actually means is that Vijay Mallya owns roughly about 6,000 crores in loans and about 3,000 crores in interest towards that loan, and leading it to about 9,000 crores in Indian rupees. This roughly translates to about 1.15 billion pounds in the UK. So banks were trying to recover these loans by freezing Vijay Mallya's assets. They have been largely successful in freezing these assets and taking control over them in India. However, Vijay Mallya also has properties all over the world, especially in the UK. So the present ruling against Vijay Mallya is that the courts in UK have permitted the banks to go after Vijay Mallya's assets in the UK. Vijay Mallya was expected to manage his weekly expenses within 5,000 pounds, and by January 31st, this weekly allowance was raised to about 20,000 pounds a month. You can imagine that somebody in Vijay Mallya's stature being asked to manage the weekly expenses by about 5,000 or even by about 20,000 pounds would be very difficult for him. So because Vijay Mallya has lost this case, the Indian banks can go after his assets in the UK and sell them to recover the loans that they have given to him. Another important update is that Walmart, which is a huge retail store in the US, is likely to take about 60% stake in Flipkart. They have been having discussions recently, and the deal is expected to be announced or closed in about a week's time. Ever since Walmart has shown interest, Amazon also has made an offer to Flipkart, but the founding partners, the Bansals, have chosen to go with Walmart instead of Amazon. Another news is that Trump has withdrawn from the nuclear deal that the US had made with Iran. When Barack Obama was president, he took efforts to reconcile and improve relationship with Iran, because of which a nuclear deal was made. And the sanctions for Iran was lifted. Now that Trump has decided and announced to withdraw the nuclear deal from Iran, this would pose some uncertainty in the political circles and international level, because of which there might be some impact on the crude oil prices. Let's have a look at the world markets. American markets largely remained at the same level, with only a very marginal difference of 0.01% for Dow Jones and SP about 0.03% for SP 500. The Chile market also remained more or less the same, except that the Brazilian, Canadian and Mexican markets, they were up by about 0.29, 0.28 and 0.53%. The world markets for Europe, England markets remained more or less the same. The European markets also remained more or less the same. The other markets were marginally down: France, Germany and Switzerland. Coming to look at the Asian markets, the Japanese markets remained more or less the same, with only about 0.02%. Almost all the markets in the Asian region remained more or less the same, with only differences of about 0.04, 0.02% in China and the Indian markets. At the time of preparing this report, Singapore Nifty was down by about 34.5%, which is a percentage change of 0.2 to 0.32%. Going by this, the market should open at around the same range or probably marginally lesser. The markets are expected to be somewhat range bound today. Please be careful with your trades today. Good luck with all your trades. Thank you for watching this edition of Market Views from Brokerage Free. Thank you.